Hi.
Hey, good morning,
Hi, everybody.
everybody. Yay. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday morning. Happy October. Um, yeah, happy October. I love October. And but we've been having 80-degree weather here
Oh,
in
yes.
Washington.
It's
Yes.
been, it's like we're having summer still.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really curious, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah. Well,
It
I
really.
like October too, but
Mhm.
I have a hard time admitting it. I feel like I'm cheating on summer. I love summer, but I feel like I'm cheating on summer when that I love
I
October.
know.
So,
I know. My friend and I, we're like really love fall and all the smells and all the colors and everything else. But like you say, it's like, well, we don't want summer to end though.
right.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, look who's here. Hypnicity. Welcome, welcome from Linwood. Hi, Sue, Juno, Marsha, Lauren, Mims, Kiba, Viv. All right. Thanks all for
Butterfly
being here.
kisses.
Yeah, there's Sue. She's just posted down at the in San Diego down there on the waterfront some of her videos, and they're so good. I love San Diego. It's beautiful there,
Oh,
isn't it? Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Yes, it
Very
is.
good. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Colorful Foresight. Mims, I want you just to give us your mom's first name, if you would. So we can, when we try to reach her, we have a name to go by. That would
Yeah.
be awesome. Yeah,
It kind of just speeds it up so we can answer
it
more
does speed it
questions.
up. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just having this great conversation with Terry, who she and I just were talking about how our curiosity has kept us young, even though maybe our chronological age
Mhm.
shows up. It's still really great. So keeping curious is so very important. It's really
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
I I think this work, this spiritual work is it really brings out the curiosity in me. Since I'm a seer, I see things. I'm just like fascinated. I'm like, what are you doing to them, Angel? What's going on? What's that? What you doing? You
I
know.
wish I could see that. I don't have that. I was telling Terry that I'm a clear cognizant because I have this just sense of knowing, but I don't really see anything and I don't really hear anything either. So I don't know.
Yeah. And I was telling her that, yeah, so my main thing is clairvoyance, seeing things. But
Yeah.
my secondary thing, or I don't even know if it's secondary, is the claircognizant. But the way it works for me is it's actually telepathy between me and the spirits.
That's
That
awesome.
so when I say I hear,
Uh-huh.
I usually am not actually hearing, I'm knowing.
Right,
And
right.
it's just how they talk to me. And if I actually hear, I do tell you. I'm like, wow, I really heard that one. You know?
Sure, sure. Awesome. Well, I'm seeing we have lots and lots of questions here today. Already got 8 of them. So, all right, there's 9 of them. Colorful. There's 10 of them. Hello, Crone Zone. Yes, we're helped that you are doing very well in Florida. Um, so many of I heard that Lori, the power of positive, is it positive change or positive? Anyway, she's doing okay. She was right in the midst of it all. So I know that the Crone Zone, you got a little bit of wind there, and I saw all kinds of things all falling all over the place. But I'm glad you survived that incident. I think what surprised me the most, the thing that surprised me the most was in 2017, I went down to um, Sanibel Island and spent about 4 days there with my husband. I love it there. It's wonderful there, and there's only one way on and one way off that island, and so those people are stuck there because the bridge has collapsed in some places. So I'm sending lots of love to the Sanibel Captiva people because you have to go through Sanibel to get to Captiva. So
Wow.
unless you have a boat, you're pretty stuck there. So anyway, your niece is in St. Pete and she's fine. That's good, Sue. And Mercury retrograde is on its way. Bye bye. Just remember, we're in a shadow period. So, there might be some things that are still kind of stuck. Be patient. One of the things it's very hard for me to be. All right. So, hello, Kelly, Jen's free. Nice to see you. Juno, I got yours. I'll read out who I have, and then if I've missed anybody, of course, mom of two dogs, Carolyn Adams, how are you? Nellie Jean. All right, I'm going to mark that. Thank you. Thank you, moderators. You're right on it today.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I've woke up with this terrible cough, and I don't know why. All right.
Hi, Lady Saul.
Oh, Lady Saul. The new moon, I believe, is the 9th, Jan's free. Isn't that what I think Kelly wrote that up there? Thank you. I'm glad you're fine, Crone Zone ladies. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Hi, Psychic Dummy. And hi, Alex. I hope you're being a good boy. Hi, Holly Turley. I see you here. All right. So I've got 13 questions. So I say at this point, we need to, for today.
Yeah.
Okay. So questions. We want to be able to give you your answers and still walk away from here with a little energy left. So.
Right. And because at 12, I'm on the Crone Zone. So.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
She's double booked, folks. She's double booked.
I'm double booked, but it's going to be really fun.
Okay.
Since they just did grief, we're going to do happiness and joy.
Oh, good.
And we're going to also talk about the third eye a little bit. They just did a show on the third eye, but I'm going to talk about how I interact with my third eye.
Okay. That sounds great. That sounds great. Wow. So, yeah, Valerie, Bemused Shaman, welcome. That's really cool. I think we need those techniques. Yesterday on the Raise the Vibe Tribe on Kelly's channel, we talked about how we raise our vibe, and I introduced the information I received over the weekend or over in the middle of the week when I was feeling very low to play some ABBA songs, particularly Dancing Queen. I think that that would bring a lot of joy. Colin Powell was dancing to that in the middle of the aisle at the Mamma Mia show, Donny Osmond said.
Well, there you go.
Because he's not alive anymore, but yeah. But when he was alive. Yeah. So yes, happiness and joy does sound divine, and how wonderful you're working with the Crone Zone. They are fabulous ladies. Make sure you go over there and check them out. I also believe Kelly has a show today, if I'm not wrong. And so if you get a chance tomorrow with me, Kelly and I will be working with Angela Cartomancy, and we're doing. We're pulling cards. We're pulling animal, vegetable, and mineral cards. I love it. Kelly comes up with some of the best ideas. Honestly, she really does. So we'll be doing that. And then, but at 1:00, I have Linda G, the one, the only, coming to talk to me again. And I'm going to try to ask her some questions about a few things. And so come by. So
yeah.
I think she's in. Go ahead, Terry. I'm sorry.
On this particular Monday, Jean, Joan, and I had already planned it, and so we're moving our show up a little so that.
Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay.
Appearance.
Wonderful. I'm glad. So I'll mention your show. So you're going to be before me, is what you're saying? Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
We're just going to pop on, and so.
Well, that's awesome. Thank you. Hello, Emmy. Oh, wow.
I can't wait to hear from Linda G. That would be so much fun.
I'm very excited. I believe this weekend she is in the Catskills doing one of her workshops. So she said, I don't know. Hopefully her flight will be okay and she'll be on tomorrow. You know how that can go. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to knock wood that she's fine. I am going to her in May. I'm going to her Sedona retreat. I'm going to go do that. Yeah. I'm really excited about it so that I can meet her and meet Susan Lynn and some of the other folks, So, yeah. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and God willing, Mm-hmm. All right. So everybody, I've got enough questions. I've got too many questions. So no more, please. If my moderators could put it up. G. Covington, I'll try to get to yours. I already had about 13 of them. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just jump in here. So Marcia Green, are any of my guides trying to get a message to her? Well, apparently they are, because you wouldn't have asked if you hadn't already kind of known that. But anyway.
So Marcia, for some reason, I see them kind of standing beside you and kind of shoving you in the middle. They are trying to get your attention. I feel like they're shoving you a little bit, nudging you. And I feel like this nudge, though, is not like a physical nudge, because at first I heard songs. I feel like maybe they're giving you some songs that get stuck in your head to nudge you forward, not forward, sideways. They're just nudging you a little bit. So let me ask them, what do you want Marcia to know? Why are you nudging her? We're nudging Marcia to keep her moving forward. She has some spiritual gifts that are kind of growing, and there's a small amount of resistance or fear that she's experiencing. Maybe it's not fear so much as maybe just an entropy, just that where we get a little stuck, and so they're trying to nudge you a little bit. So I would say, listen to any songs that get stuck in your head. Go look up the lyrics, because as you're listening to them, you make up words. Those made up words might actually mean something to you, but go kind of look them up and see if any of them resonate with you. So they are growing some of your gifts, and it has something to do with your heart region, because I just suddenly saw your heart chakra, that green chakra, kind of light up. So they're expanding your heart. Now, those are the best. Those are the hardest too, because that's a little often uncomfortable. So good luck to you. Did you get anything, Allie? You're muted, Allie.
Sorry, I was coughing and I was trying to stop. I didn't want that to interfere with what you were doing. All right. So, yes, she says, you're right, Terry. I was a scary child and I love music. So, yes, I agree with you. When you said that about the music and the lyrics, because sometimes we change the lyrics because we don't get what they are anyway, and we just sing along. And sometimes those can mean even more to us than the real lyrics. I agree with you. So I pulled to receive, Marcia, you must release. And look at this. It looks like they're dancing in a disco or something. I think that's interesting. What can you let go of, and what do you want to receive? So I got here I pulled 3 more cards from another deck into a synchronicity deck. It says to rise. There's a butterfly. Rise from the silence. Rise from the silence. Wow. And I get the winter card. So winter doesn't happen until December, but I see you working towards a goal that will manifest itself more in the winter. when it is more silent, when things are quieter, when we're sort of hunkered down and settled in, I think they're saying, you know, we're getting there, Marcia. You're doing it. You're doing the work. Don't be afraid of us. We haven't got anything, you know, as long as you're calling in your protection, you don't have anything to be afraid of, Marcia, honestly. But that's easier said than understood or, you know, but I want you to know you are divinely guided and protected. So, oh, Geek, you're funny. I screw up songs too to see how funny I can make them. I do the same thing. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Marcia. The next one is Marcia's daughter, Kiba. Any questions from cousin Pam Dorla? And that is Uncle Robert E. Lee. That's so not E. No, I just stuck that in there. Sorry. Robert Lee's daughter. Sorry. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought of, Robert E. Lee. All right.
I just love that name, Pam Dorla. That's really,
it's beautiful
name.
Yeah, it is.
I heard to keep this. Well, right off the bat, when I hear from her, I don't hear anything quiet. She's like, woohoo! This is so cool. And I mean, really, was she loud like that? Because I've never heard a spirit be so loud.
She must be happy to come through.
But in a real, I don't know how to exactly explain that. Like a kind of a Wild Westish, I don't know, or Southern. Just she's really excited and happy. Okay, Pam Dorla.
Wow.
What do you have to say, Eva? She's showing me something with books. Okay, books. What are you doing with the books? Oh, I think she's saying, oh, okay, this is interesting. So she's alluding to that you have a very long spiritual history. You know, like your Akashic library is full of books. You got lots of books in there. And she says, you keep writing yours. Keep writing yours because it's going to be a crowning achievement. It's going to be really interesting in the library. And your future ancestors, not future, your future people are going to really want to see these books, especially your book. And keep on going. And it does seem like she's almost saying that she'd like you to keep journaling your spiritual experiences in actual physical form.
Awesome.
So, I hope that she's loud and funny and talk mess. Well, yes, she still does. But she's very sensible about these books, though. So
okay. Wow, that's interesting. Kiba says she died in her 30s, but she would fight you. She was very feisty, loud, and so on. And I get that. I get that a theater mask shows up. She could be, you know, she was one of those actresses, so to speak. She could be a great actress in a, you know, like they say when people living in drama, but not in a bad way. I get here that she's made a long-term commitment actually to look out for you and others in your family. And she said, you know, just call on me if you need some help. I'm right here for you. And because you already know I'll fight for you. And it says, the clock has ticked. You know, and I left so early, but do know that I am still with you, even though time has passed by. And I'm glad you brought me in. You made my day, she says.
Whoa, I've never heard it. And this time I actually heard it. I heard a loud spirit on that stage. She's so loud I could hear her.
Oh, that's cute. Masha says it's like she's in the room. Kiba was always shy around her, probably because she was so loud.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's a
yeah.
she's a
She's a
big
big
spirit.
personality. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a big personality. That's awesome. Wow, thank you so much, ladies. Oh, all right. Um, so Viv is asking about America ranking so low in education and how this affects our voting base.
Well,
Viv, I am in higher education. And yes, I agree. We have more international students here doing the Great American Brain Drain from the professors that they go to take back to their own countries. And we have a lack of, and yet we don't. We have kids coming in Running Start programs that are younger and younger, starting out and hopefully sticking with the college experience. I think it's regional more than anything. If you take the whole ball of wax, yes, it does look low. But if you take, and unfortunately, that doesn't help the voting base because usually, I'll give you an example. There was a man who was he was trying to get doctors to go into hospitals. He was doing that kind of headhunting for them. And he talked to 20 doctors in one day. And every single one of them said they would not take a job in a red state. And this was after Roe v. Wade tanked and everything else. So the people so you can see what the problem is and why there's a problem. But anyway, we'll answer your question from what Terri comes up with. And I just wanted to pass that along. I thought that was amazing.
Well, Viv, I'm really surprised that I got anything on this because, I just went to Europe and it made me so angry with America to go to Europe
Mm-hmm.
because we're being lied to and the corporations are gouging us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, I went to Greece where things are what they should be price wise. And like you could have a huge meal for $25 that could feed four easily.
Right. Right.
And and the things that you went into the store, they were so much cheaper than what they are here. And it just made me so angry. So I was surprised that I actually got something from the spirits on this.
Right. Right.
And
Yeah.
they said they're basically telling me that we should be honoring education of all kinds, not just college education, but also education where people are learning skills and that these the thing about this education is that we need to stop putting such a divide between that. And after education, we need to start learning to honor the knowledge people have. Just because somebody is a plumber or an electrician doesn't mean they don't have more knowledge than that that is
Mm-hmm.
good for us, that
Correct.
that that illuminates what we know. Um, you know, I myself have I have a lot of degrees, but I have two different kinds of degrees. I was a hairdresser, so I actually went to,
Oh,
education where
yeah.
I'm learning. But what is that?
Mm-hmm.
I'm forgetting what it's called when it's that kind of education. Do you remember, Ellen?
Um, well, somebody mentioned in their chat tertiary, which
Right.
is like it's an education, but it's more based on a career
Right.
path.
Right.
Right, right. Yep,
Um,
very valuable.
yeah, there's another
Is another word.
name
Yeah,
for it, but I'm forgetting. But then I also have educational degrees. I
right.
have 3 degrees, and
Well,
all
the
of
three
that
degree.
learning,
When
yeah,
will I see you again?
all of
Uh,
those, all of that type of learning is valuable.
it
And
is.
even even if somebody only goes to high school, that is still very valuable. And what we need to honor that. We need to honor education because we're kind of coming away from that, where that we're as a society we're kind of like suspicious, and we really need that. Um, we need to stay there. And let me see. Is there anything you can tell me about the voting base? With the voting base, we just have to have love for them.
Yeah.
They
Not
don't know.
everybody's on the path that we're on. Yeah, that's true.
And
Yep.
just try to be sympathetic and love
Yeah,
them, and they are going to come around someday, but it's not going to be easy for them because nobody likes to be wrong.
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And Geek, during the time period that you were trying to go to school, you things were different. It was very hard for me to even get in back, in the 70s and the 80s. It just was. You had to almost have like a 4.0 average from high school. It's
Right.
vocational education you're talking about.
Vocational.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank
That's
you.
what somebody mentioned. Thanks, Jill. But yeah, and now we are accepting more people that are what we would call beginners, or working towards becoming more educated. As long as the interest is there, there's a program for them. So, and you don't have to go, like you say, high school education is perfectly fine as well for folks who do other things. There are people who have they're beautiful with their work with their hands or whatever they do. And I know, Geek, that unfortunately it was the time period, and that sounds really awful, and it wasn't my choice. But look what I got here: endless, unlimited potentials. And
Yeah,
that's what we have.
that's true.
We have unlimited potential if we just tap that potential. I had a student tell me that she's moving to Japan, that she doesn't want to live here anymore, that this country has let her down, and that people treat each other much better over in Japan. And what are you going to say? You got to go where you feel the most comfortable. And I know your husband is from Japan, so I know he loves the culture, and the culture is very, very good. Yeah.
Yeah. He loves our culture too, though.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Mims has a question here, and her mother's name, she wrote it down. Nellie Jean is Nellie Jean. Nellie Jean. Yep. Thank you, Viv, for your question.
Wow. So on my stage, I asked, she didn't show up right away. So I asked my angels and guides, could you bring Nellie Jean to the stage? And Nellie Jean came to the stage, but she's not visible. I can't see her. But what she has put on the stage is astounding. There's a big droplet, of liquid, a huge droplet of liquid, and it's blue. It's like light blue going to dark blue, and she's letting me know this is the Mother Mary energy. This is Mother Mary energy, and she wishes to just drop this on you, that she is sorry that you guys were at odds, but that she loves you so much that she wishes she could have put more of this beatific. It's a spirit.
Beatific. Yeah, beatific. Yeah.
Energy on you. She's doing that now. She wishes she could have done that more in life.
Wow.
She's just giving you blessings. She's giving you blessings, and she wants you to enjoy life, to enjoy these blessings, and to just kind of revel in this today. Just go ahead and feel it. Feel all the feels.
Hmm.
Gotta do everything, but she is blessing you.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. Wow. That's a wonderful energy. A lot of people have the Christ energy and some have the Mother Mary energy, not
Mm,
meaning that they have to be particularly, heavy duty Christian. It's just that that's the loving energy that
right.
comes through. And
It's
that's
just
so beautiful. Yeah. Wow. So, Mims, I get angel numbers and I get confirmation. She is with you. Look for the numbers. Anytime you see the numbers. For I know for Kelly on Dozen Cats, if she see I believe if she sees a ones or 1111 or something, she knows
mhm.
it's her mom. But the confirmation is here. I believe what Terri said is so true. She said, make sure that you put the fence up for some boundaries. Robert Frost said, good fences make good neighbors,
Mm,
and I agree with that completely. So, and look at the beauty of the fall here. It's like it's
mhm.
she's reaching out across. But this
Yeah.
one I really love the most. She says, most of the time, Mims, I'm in the land in between.
Wow.
And she says, I meet you there. I meet you at the land in between. And one, you're on one side, I'm on the other side, but we're always together, and we always come together at that point, whether that be in your dreams or in whenever you think of me. You and I are in the land of in between, and don't doubt it, because that's where I am with you. So
Mm.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that card anyway, but there
Mhm.
you go. Yeah. Oh,
I
your
did
dad, Jerry. Oh, that's cool. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I didn't notice Mim's icon there. Look at all that blue.
Oh, I
It's
know. It's
a
gorgeous, huh?
very wow.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it. Thanks, Mims. Thank you, dear. I'm glad we were able to read for you. The Juno sphere, another blue circle from our friend Juno. A message from spirit guides, ascended masters, whoever wants to come through for Juno.
Okay. Hang on a second and look at something. Well, so Juno, you know, I'm always at your house. I don't know why I'm always near her
Uh-huh.
house in my bed.
Uh-huh.
And I often see the Archangel Michael. He's like consistently with her, protecting her. But this time another angel has come forward. And this angel's name is Astarte.
Ooh.
And Astarte is the angel of happiness and uplift. And I don't know. I hear this. It's about damn time. I I don't know who's saying that, but it's about damn time that she gets a little happiness. She gets a little uplift.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And I think that this also is talking about, this Mercury retrogrades going away, that you are going to be getting more uplift, more help, you're going to have a lot more enjoyment. And Astarte is going to help you do that. And it's okay to call, I'm going to say her. I don't know if Astarte is male or female, but I feel very feminine energy, and it's all right. It's okay to call upon her. Remember, with angels, you actually have to talk it. You need to actually speak it out loud.
Look at that, Terri. Astarte is a Middle Eastern goddess.
Wow.
Thanks, Heather. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you,
There you,
Indigo.
yeah. Ooh wee. Wow. Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. So, Juno, what I got here is your healing. You're progressing with your healing. They put an ambulance here. I don't see that you are going off in an ambulance, but you are working on your own healing. And you got some coins here, and they are for your good luck. They're saying good luck is coming to you. Things are going to start changing for you, even more than you first thought. But, and I know how attached you are to some of your ancestry. And I got the ancestry card, the family reunion, the tree, the ancestors. They're with you all the time. Whenever you bring up, that where you're from, what your roots were, they're part of your guides. They're part of those guides' family. And they want to give you this most beautiful, tender embrace. So that's shared with you from all of your ancestors. And maybe even from Astarte. Very
Wow.
cool.
I just saw that she said a little back ago that she was also told about Astarte being with her from another reader recently. Isn't that
Oh
amazing?
my.
Wow.
Wow. I love that. That gives me chills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, there you go. You need to collect up some more information on her energy and see how that goes. Okay. Thank you, Juno. Thank you, dear.
Yeah.
All right. The next question we have is from Sherry Dombeck, and she put the names of her parents here. Mary Lee, L-E-A, Mary Lee, L-E-A, Lee, and Al.
Okay. Mary Lee and Elsa. My heart to share. Wow. So I'm getting a couple on my stage. I think, and I'd love to have a little feedback on this, that they love to travel. I
Hmm.
because they're like traveling in heaven. They're like together,
Huh?
and I see
Wow.
them like he has like a little one of those German hats, those little with the feather, and they're a Homburg. He has a Homburg on, and Mary Lee's there too. They're holding hands, but they have a map, and they're like going all over. They're very, very curious. Oh, I love curiosity. We were talking about curiosity before the show. They're
Yeah.
curious, they're looking around, they are so enjoying themselves.
Wow.
And they're saying, we're not ignoring you, honey. We're not ignoring you. We are enjoying ourselves, but anytime you need us, you can call out. Um, and we'll be there. But right now we're like looking at the lay of the land. We're really looking around and enjoying it. And
That's cool.
heck, they've met my dad. I love
You
that.
know how your dad is. He's always introducing himself to everybody up there.
Yeah. Well, no, Jean's dad's the one that knows
Oh,
everybody.
Gene's dad. Okay.
Everybody. But my dad, he took them sand sledding. My dad
Oh,
does that a lot, actually. My sister's seen him up there before. Like he's like surfing down a big sandy hill, and he took
uh-huh.
them on that. They did that with him, and I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. Um, they
Oh.
are having the time of their life. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah, over there.
Over there.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, we're always alive. So sorry, I was just suddenly like, but they're dead. But they're alive. No, it's life. Time of their life. Time of their life over
I with
there.
their life.
Call on them anytime. They said they raised you right, that
Wow.
you can handle all of this, all of the spiritual stuff, all of that they're very proud of you. And yeah, okay.
Awesome.
They're nice people. These are nice people. Love them both.
Wonderful. So I got here, they see your sorrow sometimes and you have to walk the road alone. But the prince, your dad, who was a prince of a guy, is always with you. And then I get a female who is a leader. And I
Oh,
wonder if that's, you know how sometimes the mom is the leader of
mhm,
the
mhm.
and your father's a prince of a guy, But I see here that yes, they're making powerful moves up there. They're playing the chessboard with wings. They're traveling all around, making the best of where they are, and
Yeah.
that's what they want you to do as well. They want you to make the best of the where you are, because they don't want you to be sad. They understand why, because death brings sadness, but they don't really want those on the other side don't want you to be sad. They want you to just remember and remember with love. So yeah. Thanks for the question, dear. Thanks, Sherry. Appreciate it. All right, let me get. Well, we've got some watery eyes today.
Oh,
Um, Nalani said she misses her mom, Betty, and she would love a pick me up reading if possible.
okay. Ooh. Right away, my heart chakra. And this reminds me of Joan. She always says it lights up. I don't usually light up, but oh, my heart feels huge. It feels so big. It's like feels like it's moving organs out of the way
Oh
almost in me.
my!
Just
Wow.
um so Betty is definitely sending her love to you. And she's just, oh my gosh, it's just so much in my chest.
Hmm.
Oh, and then she's showing me this where she's putting her hands around your face. She's like, and it's like more than one. It's like she has lots of hands, kind of like just surrounding you with her love, just holding you, just kind of holding your face. I feel like she may have done this to you as a little kid a lot. Just maybe patted you gently and held your
Hmm. Wow.
hand.
That's
Oh,
a
she's just giving you a hug. I feel like that she's trying to just transfer her heart love to your heart love, to just really help you feel it. I also get the feeling that it's okay to have leaky eyes today. It's okay to feel all the feels, and I feel like she's gonna help change that from grief to happiness, happy tears. So go
Oh,
ahead and feel all the feels today.
yeah. Perfectly fine to do. This is how we know that we loved and were loved. And so,
Mhm.
um, so she believed in psychic abilities, and she's so happy you're opening to discover your own. She said, "Oh my God, I'm watching, and the growth is amazing." You've got the key. You've got the key, and it will undo the lock, and you're working it, girl. You're working it. And I'm helping you because I know that you've woke the lion. I've been waiting for this to happen for a long time for you, but look at the up here at the top, the head is opening up, the crown is opening on the lion. Yeah. And in these cards, which are beautiful cards with messages, it says, your purpose is personal expansion. How can you be more intentional with your choices and live with more purpose? So I'm going to say that's what Mom wants you to think about. How can you live with more intention about your purpose? Because she's right there with you. And yes, there's lots of moms in here today. I don't know. This is this a second Mother's Day maybe? It's beautiful.
No,
it really is.
She's a really loving person.
Yep. Yep. And yes, a good cry now and then is very healthy. Absolutely. And especially for men. Don't let anybody tell you not. Yeah. Yep. Thanks, dear. Much love to you.
Yes.
Colorful insight, a message from spiritual guides that would benefit in me knowing right now. Okay. Thank you for your question.
Okay, so this is interesting. So a lot of you may know that on Sundays, me and a lot of my friends hang out at 8:00 together, just meditating.
Okay.
And they gave me a song, and I didn't tell the ladies about the song. There was no opening to tell about it, and they're saying, now's the song. Okay, so this is the song they have for you, your spiritual guides have for you. And I'm gonna so it's Lady Gaga's I Was Born This Way. And they were calling my attention to the refrain, not the whole thing, but this is their message to you. This is what they want you to be saying to yourself. I am beautiful in my way because God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. Don't hide yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you're set. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born this way. You were born this way. You were born to use your gifts. I feel like they're also encouraging you to free yourself. I feel like you have a little stuckness where that you're a tiny bit afraid to use these gifts for others, that you've been using them for yourself and maybe those around you, but they're feel like they're nudging you to go ahead and accept you were born this way and this is okay. Whatever that means to you. What do you got, Allie?
So what I got for you, Colorful, is I have the home card. And I'm feeling like, look at this beautiful rainbow behind it with a great big, beautiful flower. So yes, you are home you feel at home in your world that you live in. Watch for the synchronicities because they're everywhere all the time. When you see something that's not just, it's not a coincidence, it's a synchronicity, okay? The last one I got is, keep dreaming. You are a dreamer you have it in the palm of your hand. You have the bird. And so a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Remember that? So keep dreaming. And yes, you are here for a purpose, of course. So thank you for your question very much. Okay.
So Allie, let's check in. How many more questions do we got?
We have one from the Crone Zone. We have Mom of Two Dogs, Holly Turley, G. Covington, Quick one for Anna, Iva, and we have one from Ann Simpson. So we have 6. Are we going to be okay? Yeah, I know you have another show, so yeah.
I'll just try to make it a little faster.
Okay, that's fine. So Priscilla would like a message from her guides. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Got him. So, actually, when I saw your name in the chat, I automatically had David here. David's been here. David's been waiting for this question.
Okay.
David, what is the message to Priscilla? Oh, I see him shining a light into your chest. I mean, a brilliant light. It's definitely a spiritual light. It's huge, and it just grows and grows. And I think this is a spiritual upgrade. I think this is some sort of upgrade where that he is reinforcing your gifts you already have, paving the way for more gifts.
Wow.
I think that there's like a whole lot of love being, because it's right in my heart area again, right in the center of my chest, just right there, being like zapped in there. And
like that?
Yes, like that. What is that?
Broken open. Look at that. I absolutely pulled this card the minute, and when I pulled the card, you said, I see it in your chest area, and it's a big light. And that's exactly what I have.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what David is now oh my God, what a sweetie. He said it's hard for you to see, so he's other direction. He's showing you. He's showing you. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
The other card I got that one that you're broken open. So that sort of verified what Terry just said about David. But I get here, an adjunct to that is that you are a leader of the light. And so that goes hand in hand with this card, Priscilla. Mm-hmm. And it says, where are you being called to serve and support others? Well, we know on your channel you are, but I believe in your community as well. You are the light and the source of the light. And I remember discussing where you were living with you back when we talked in the show I did with you. And you said that you too hold the light in your area. So you're doing your work. But yeah, but this one with it being broken open in the heart center. Wow. Oh my. That just went. I know. It's I got the goosies. I got the goosebumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Mama Bear, I know you want to know about the pendulum. I did write something in the chat because we don't really have time to do it, but I'm thinking that you are moving it with your intention in your mind. You're think about what it is you were thinking of when you saw it move, even though you weren't holding it or whatever it was. And that's the answer to that question. That's what I get anyway. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry we don't have any more time to go into it for you. So, mom of 2 dogs, there's a situation at my husband's job. Will he keep it or be terminated? Sorry that there's a situation. Gosh, there's so many jobs out there, mom of 2 dogs. I don't know if he wants to keep it. I've seen so many people saying that they're having bad energy at work.
So they're showing me a tree on my stage. A, it's a pretty thick tree. It's a deciduous tree with leaves, not a pine tree. Um, and it's really funny. There's this branch that's going up, not funny, haha, funny, odd. And at the kind of near the crotch of the tree right there, there's just this huge light shining out. Again, just kind of like that light we just saw. It's lighting up the rest of the trunk. It's almost cutting this trunk off halfway. Like the light is this way, the light's not so much that way.
Mm-hmm.
But the light is being shown everywhere. So, spirits, please tell me more. What does this mean for her husband? What does this mean? Well, one thing right away that I'm knowing is he should not be afraid of this. He has deep roots. He has deep knowledge that they need. Tell me more about this happiness. Why is there this happiness? I don't want to say he's going to lose his job, but it seems like with this one trunk, it's the light is cut off. Like that's as far as he can go right there. And they're putting my attention over to the other trunk that's growing up. So no matter what happens, he has another path. It might be even within the same thing, same company, but he has much more to offer. Much, like I said, deep roots, deep understanding, a deep knowledge of his field. And it seems like one part of his field is being cut off to him, but just not too far away, the other trunk, he can keep growing on that trunk. So I'm sorry that that's not super
Yeah.
definite.
She says at this point that he is so upset. He's not really even giving 100% anymore. And I understand. I think there has been some gossip, some rumors, some insincere folks or people that are interfering in his work. So, this is the saucer part of this. So it's what holds the cup. And, they're kind of been doing this behind his back. He's read, he needs to be more assertive and express himself because I got the microphone next. In other words, if these people are talking against him, he needs to go in and sit down with his supervisor and iron this out if he wants to stay, or even if he doesn't, because he'd like to get a good, reference, I'm sure. But he also has to cut out any distractions, and he has to absolutely tune out the world. He has to tune out all the gossip, tune out all that other stuff, and just focus on his work and what he's doing, because people can be cagey like that. People can be. I'm glad he's applying for other jobs.
Yeah.
Good.
I would too. And encourage him to tune into his heart a little bit. He is, these skills that he has are divinely guided. I don't know what job he's in, but if, let's say he's a surgeon, the divine surgeon is guiding him and he can tap into that light. And so whatever, I don't know what he's into, but whatever it is, he can tap into the ultimate of his knowledge and use it. He can.
There you go. We wish him a lot of luck, dear. And I know that it's stressful for you as well because you're the spouse. And so it's hard. I understand. Thank you, dear, for your question. Thank you so much. The next one we have is from Holly Turley. I'd like a reading for guidance for my daughter in school. Should I take her out of the school she's in?
Okay.
When you ask questions like that, I think you know the answer. I had to take my son out of school. I did not like the way that he was being taught at this particular school when he was in 4th grade, and I homeschooled him. I did not care for the way they were going to take me to like attendance court or something. The kid had asthma. He couldn't breathe, so. All right. I've got my answer here. I hear that something swift and sudden is going to come up that will make you decide whether or not this is what you want to do. It's going to just hit like lightning. So I think your answer will come to you. But good luck is on your side. And so I think, whenever you get the 4-leaf clover, you're backed up by spirit and the way things should be. The final card I got, and it's interesting, is an apple, which is about teaching, of course. That the quest for knowledge is worth the risk and reward for your daughter to be happy with what she is and where she is. That's my answer.
And I'm getting something on my stage that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I hope it makes sense to you, that maybe it means more to you than it does to me. But I kind of see your heart on the stage. And it's not green like the chakra heart, is red. It's almost flaming at the top. And I see your daughter down in the heart, that you love her so much. And they're showing that you will fight for her. And I kind of think they're okaying the fight. That's what I kind of feel like, that they're saying, yeah, you're going to do what's right for your daughter, whether it's taking her in or out of the school. So let me ask them a question. How will she know what to do? They're just pointing right back to Allie's reading. They're just saying it will be fast and decisive. You will know what to do.
Yep, I'm getting that. Yeah, like lightning speed. Yep.
Yeah.
And follow your intuition too. Follow your intuition.
Yeah.
Holly, we hope that your daughter and you are feel better. She said there's just too many bad influences, and I understand that. I do. So, absolutely. So, G. Covington has a new spirit guide named Eric. I love it.
Why are you here to help her? What's going on?
Wow.
So, G. Covington, I see Eric on the stage, and he's showing me a little, like a ladder, kind of leaning towards the right. And it seems like you have a tiny little uphill battle that you're going to go through. I feel like until the end of the year, kind of maybe February, maybe mid. And he's there to support you. He's there to guide your feet. I see him pointing, put your foot here, put your foot here, put your foot here. This is not something to be afraid of. This is a growth, because you're going up. This is growth, but that it's a little bit challenging. And tell me more, Eric, about what this you won't recognize right away what the growth, you'll recognize that you're growing, but the actual deep knowledge that will fill you and change your perspectives won't be till a little bit later. It will kind of percolate in you after February, and then I think by about April you'll really have some knowledge that you can share.
Excellent.
And I hope that you tell us about it, because it's
Please do. Yes. We always, we love to listen to all of your stories that you
Mhm.
have about your own growth. So I get the globe, I get the world. You have the world at your feet, Eric says. So
Mhm.
that's, you're full of possibility, definitely full of possibility the world over. And yes, achievement is coming. And that's what Terri just pretty much said. And it's, you know, it's got crystals, but it doesn't have to be crystals. It's achievement though, in the spirit, the spiritual sense. And you just need to keep your heart open. Lots of love being sent to you from Eric. He said,
Yeah.
I've been waiting to be with you, and I'm happy to be with you, and
Oh,
I'll work with you. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you for your question, dear. All right. All right. So Ann Simpson down in New Zealand, and then Anna Iva, we'll talk to you next. Okay. Ann Simpson down in New Zealand has had 2 significant deaths in the past 2 months. I'm sorry to hear that, dear. One was in her family, and one was her bestie's mom dying unexpectedly. What is the greater message from them?
I didn't really even have to tap into your spirit to get them. They're just like here, and
Wow.
they're just saying life goes on. Life goes on.
Mm-hmm.
That they're sorry that they had to leave you. They're sorry that it creates kind of a void right now in your life. But let spirit fill in that void. Let spirit actually fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
Try to have a little bit of joy about this, because they are so happy. They're where they're supposed to be. They're just so fulfilled.
Mm-hmm.
And now they said something else. Now I kind of lost it. Um, Gratitude. Try to start a practice of gratitude. When you wake up,
Mm-hmm.
thank the creator for the day, the time, everything. Thank all the guides. Thank these two being on the other side, because even though they're very newish to the other side right now, they don't necessarily know everything, but they are there for you too. So go ahead and
Wow.
talk to them.
Awesome. So, Anne, first thing I thought of was there's a book that I have read that has this passage in it, and I don't remember it exactly, and I can't remember the author, and I'm sorry, but it was basically, it said, why do people pass? Because we never would grow if they didn't. If we depended on our mothers and fathers, or our grandmothers, or our grandfathers, or our great grand, if no one ever died, which I know you know this, you're an intelligent person, but if no one ever died, we would never learn how to stand on our own 2 feet. We would never be able to move on and progress in our own soul's intention. That doesn't mean that it's easy to let go of that. I'm getting the fact, the card that says there's strength in doing nothing. Don't force anything. Grieve if you feel you must. And yes, it is always a shock when something happens, especially surprising. So, and I'm getting the thought that I don't know if the both of them were, but that one of them was pretty quick. So that's what I feel like. So what I also got was from them, wow, were we told tall tales on that side? Oh my goodness. We just figured we got over here, and oh my goodness, all these tall tales, these crazy stories that we were told when we were on Earth. Come on. It didn't, we're having a ball over here. Body and soul. Our
Wow.
bodies and our souls are complete. We are alive on the other side, and we're happy totally, body and soul, over here. But thank you. We love you, and we're sending you all that love. And, you know, it's really hard anytime to say goodbye. There is no right time for someone to go, ever. So, and I got chills now. Woo-hoo.
Yeah. It's hard on us, but it's easy on them.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So the last one here, Anna Iva, I'm sorry. She would like to ask for a reading on an inheritance issue with the house for her family. Will we get one half of the house? That's the question. So we'll see if we can tap into that energy for right now. Oh, you're welcome, Anne.
No, I'm gonna grab my pendulum for this one.
Okay.
So, Anne, I get, I'm going to tap in and kind of ask this question again because I'm kind of I'm getting a small yes, but it's also going in a circle a lot, which means what it means to me is it's going to take time. This is going to take a long time to sort out and
Yeah.
to be patient. But I first got a strong yes because I'm like, is she going to inherit a house? And it was like
Mm-hmm.
a
I get
big strong
affirmative.
yes. And then I
Yeah.
realized, okay, they're telling me yes, up in heaven, you got a big old house there. I mean, you know,
Mm-hmm.
they were
Mm-hmm.
not. And then I had to go back and clarify on this earth, will she inherit part, you know,
Right.
some funds
Right.
from a house? And so then I got a smaller yes, but I did get a yes. But then it went in circles a lot. So to me, it says time. Well, it'll take time.
I think it will.
Um,
And inheritances can take a lot of time in some cases. So what I got, actually, I've been waiting for one for 4 years. So I
mhm,
understand completely.
yeah.
Somebody's being an angsty teen. And what that means to me is that somebody's being very impatient, very upset, very worried, very, oh my God, what are we going to do? Oh, well, I have to know. I have to know. And that's not going to change anything. Okay. So you've got to wait because that isn't going to work. It doesn't move anything forward for you. You need to relax into it. I get that you also need to put on your glasses, in other words, to read the fine print. So whenever this thing comes up, when you're ready to do whatever you do, read the fine print. If there's a contract, if there's a will, whatever it is, make sure that you read everything about it. It's very important.
Yeah.
I do get a bed, which to me means that you'll eventually be sleeping in that house. That's kind of what I feel, but I don't know when. But when you do finally get in there, you'll put your dancing shoes on and you'll be very, very happy. So I think that it will, but like Terri said, it may take some time. And right now, the energy is very volatile. We're in a Mercury retrograde, and we're also dealing with some other planetary stuff. And so you're going to have to take this energy and temper it down. Deep
Mhm.
breath. Maybe you want to even check with a lawyer, but read the fine print. Make sure you do before you sign anything. I hope that.
I have I have been an executrix twice in my life, and all of the cards that Ali just pulled is if I were to tell you out of my knowledge of having to manage an estate would be absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the angsty teen does not help, um,
Yeah.
and it pushes. Remember, the real reality is you want the relationships to continue.
Right.
That's really the most important part.
Yeah.
And so bring love into this, bring your light into it. I do definitely agree that anything you have to sign, make sure you've read it, make sure you know what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because sometimes we have to have people sign into the estate. We have to say, yes, this is an heir,
Mm-hmm.
or yes, this person is owed debt from the estate.
Yeah.
Um, and then one time before I ever had to do this, one time I got a letter to sign from my grandmother's estate, and I signed all my rights away, unbeknownst to me, which is
Oh,
fine. I don't think I was actually in the will. I have
yeah.
never been brave enough to go look, see if I can find a copy of it and know, because I don't want to know that my
Yeah, I know that you
cousin,
screwed up.
my
Yeah.
aunt may have cheated me. I don't want to know that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
It's
but
really gross when somebody passes away. Their people are like vultures. They really are. They can be really tough.
yeah,
Yeah.
but do
And
know that it does sometimes the states, especially now, how our laws are.
mhm.
It's not a one and done. You can't get it done in a year
Yeah.
even now. There's
Yeah.
just no way. I think I did my brother's estate in 3 years, and
Uh-huh.
my mother's estate has been more than 7 years to finish. It
Hmm.
can be quite hard. So
I'm sorry, the other party, and that's what the other party is acting like an angsty teen. Yeah. Um, yeah, that's hard energy to deal with.
yeah,
Don't reciprocate the energy. Don't be a mirror to them. Be the adult in the room if possible. Yeah,
but
get you further.
do stay within your rights, though. So
Absolutely.
if
Yeah.
this is going on way too long, there are papers you can take out to say, I'd like an accounting of the estate as it is right now.
Hmm.
Um, you'll know if it's time to do that, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely. Good luck, Anna Eva. I understand you're anxious. We all do. We wish you well. I hope everything
yeah.
works out okay for you. Terri, thank you so very much, everybody. She's going to take a break and then she'll be over with the Crones on the Crone Zone talking about joy. And that's a wonderful topic to follow up with this morning. So thank you to all. Make sure you go over and like and subscribe to Terri's channel as well. It's Higuru's Spiritual Journeys. Is it
Yep.
Journeys? Yeah. Fabulous, fabulous Terri. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for having me on, Allie.
Sure. Absolutely. Love you
Okay.
guys. Have a good end of your
Bye.
weekend. Bye.